Alright bro, in today's video, I'm gonna talk about the law of detachment and how I was able to use this law, implement it for myself, and I was able to make 10K a month at the age of 13. Now, in today's video, I'm gonna cover the problem you're facing right now when you're using the law of detachment, you're setting goals. The second thing I'm gonna cover is understanding the game. Third is you need to master your mind to master your reality. And the final thing is some actionable steps, some habits that you can take from this video and implement it for yourself. Now, the first thing is the problem. When you get into this money making space, right? You got into editing or learn a high income skill, whatever. The gurus tell you that, or like you watch some motivational reels, that you need to wake up in the morning and say that, repeat to yourself that you're rich, you're rich, you're rich, I am rich. And before you go to sleep, even in the evening, you say to yourself, okay, I am rich. You say to yourself that, and people kind of having this misunderstanding is when they say, okay, I am rich, they're gonna achieve their goals because like it's manifesting, right? But if you're doing that, bro, you don't truly understanding the concept of manifestation. When you say, okay, I want to be rich, you say that you use the word want, and when you use the word want, is kind of making this gap between your current position and your desired position, which you want to be rich, right? This gap. And when you say you want, it shows to the universe and to yourself that you're not there yet. Like, you say you want, right? You're not there yet. And when your mind knows that you are not there yet, it's gonna, like, the universe won't give it to you. It's simple, because you're not worthy of that person. So let's say you want to make 10K a month, and then you say, okay, I want to make 10K a month. Now, there's no problem with setting goals. I set goals for myself. There's no problem with having a specific outcome that you want to achieve and have a time frame to achieve that goals. But you need to understand that setting goals is like normal. But when you say you want, let's say you want to make 10K a month, and as an editor, and you say you want to make 10K a month, that shows to the universe that you're not there yet. You're not the type of person that is already making 10K a month. And because of that, the universe won't give it to you. The universe gives, like, the universe only gives things that you deserve, and it will, like, you attract who you are. So if you want to achieve 10K a month as an editor, or whatever goals you want, then you need to attract that. And how you can do that is basically understanding the game. Now, this is the second thing I want to cover, is understanding the game. There are 3 planes that you and the universe operate on. There's this mental plane, there's spiritual plane, and there's this physical plane. Now, if you want to truly achieve your goals and achieve consistent income or whatever, stay there for a long time, stable, then you need to focus on operating on the spiritual and the mental plane, because the physical plane is fucking straightforward. It's just outworking yourself. You're working so you can physically see yourself working, but the mental plane and the spiritual plane is like in your mind here. And it's not physical, like it's not something that everyone can see it, only you can see it. But physical plane is you working, everyone can see you working. But you need to understand that in order to achieve the things you want to achieve in the physical realm, you need to first achieve it in the mental and the spiritual plane first. So you need to achieve that things in your mind here first, before, like even before you achieve it in the physical world. Now I'm kind of yapping about this manifestation or like neuroscience or whatever, but it's true, bro. You need to believe in your mind that. So you need to understand that in order to achieve the things you want in the physical world, you first have to achieve it in the mental and the spiritual world or realm, right? So here's an example. If you want to become a 10K a month video editor, you need to achieve it first in the mind right here, and then in the spiritual plane also, and then it will come to this physical world. So how do you do that? Is you need to believe in every single cell of your body, in your mind, that you are already making 10K a month. In order to make 10K a month, you need to believe that you are already making 10K a month. Now, even before you make it, right? It's called like delusional or assumption. It's called the law of the assumption, and the law of detachment is called the same. But the way, so the third thing I'm gonna cover is master your mind to master your reality. Now, the way your brain works is it has 80% of your brain is subconscious and only 20% is maybe conscious. Everything that comes to the physical world, everything that happens to you, every goal you want to hit, it all comes down to your subconscious brain, subconscious mind. And the way you can trick and make it work for yourself is the way it works like this. Okay, you have a certain belief, and then it will come to your subconscious mind, and then your subconscious mind will put out, like, make decisions and take actions according to that beliefs. So let's take an example. If you believe that you're fat, right? You say to yourself over and over again that you're fat, and you believe in your mind that you're fat. It will become a belief, and when it becomes a belief, it will come to your subconscious mind, and then when it comes to your subconscious mind, like, it's done, bro. It will put out actions according to that belief. So if you say you're fat, your subconscious mind will put out actions according to that fat belief. So it will make actions on eating more trash, or not exercising, right? And another thing is how you can make your subconscious mind to work for yourself. Basically, your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between imagination and reality. So if you trick your subconscious mind by saying that you're already at 10K a month, it will put out actions to prove that it's the truth, right? So another thing, bro, I forgot to mention this, but your subconscious mind loves to prove that certain beliefs are true. So if you say you are at 10K, it will put out actions to prove that, okay, it's the truth. Even it's not at the moment, it will prove in the future. And the way you can put this into actionables and like make your subconscious mind is first is believe in every single fucking cell or in your mind that you are already at a certain goal, a desired outcome. And then whenever you face a situation, this is the sauce. Whenever you face a situation, a problem, you want to ask yourself, what would the desired outcome version of me do in this situation? So I would call this version the two-pole version. The two-pole version of me is someone that's making 20-30K a month. When I face a situation like, okay, I don't want to work, I just want to scroll today, or I just want to eat trash, I don't want to work out today, I will ask myself, what would the 30K a month version of Harry do in this situation? And then it will give you clarity and answers. And obviously the answer would be work anyway. Okay, don't procrastinate, don't eat trash, take care of yourself. For you, bro, maybe it's what would the 2.0 version of me that is already making 10K a month do in this situation? Why wouldn't he do the work? And the truth is, reality will catch up to that person of you in the internal world. It's just a matter of time. It's just a 3 months to 6 month time span for the reality to catch up with the identity of you. Your external world is capped by your internal world. So if your internal world is here, your external world is gonna be here forever unless the internal world go up. If the internal world is here and the external go up here, maybe it will last for, I don't know, weeks, but then the external will decrease and it will go down, and make sure that it catch up to the internal world. So that's basically it. And the second thing, so the first and second thing is, first, believe that you are already there. Second, ask yourself future pacing questions like, what would the 2.0 version of me do in this situation? And the third thing is, I want to introduce to you some concept, and it's called inability to follow through and ability to follow through. I will call it ITFT and ATFT, right? And it's basically the inability to follow through is basically when you say that you're gonna do something but you don't do it. So you say that you're gonna wake up at 8 a.m. but the next day you hit the snooze button and then you wake up at 10 p.m. Now what does that tell you? It's the inability to follow through, right? You broke your promise. You're gonna be okay, that's okay, at least I'm working today. But the universe counts every time that you say you're gonna do something but you don't do it. It counts. Everything fucking counts. And the more inability to follow through points you get, the less you trust yourself. Because think about it, bro. You're literally scamming yourself. You said that you're gonna do something and then you don't do it. So you're scamming yourself, right? And how can you trust yourself if you're scamming yourself? And if you don't trust yourself, then you won't be as confident. It's simple. So self-confidence comes from doing the things that you said that you're gonna do. As simple as that. It's not like there are so many tricks and techniques, but the most effective way I implemented is this. Like, doing the things that I set for myself is literally simple. The ability to follow through is when you said that you're gonna do something and you actually do it. And the more ATFT points you get, like the ability to follow through points you get, the more you trust yourself. So we covered the problem you're facing. You need to understand your game. You need to master your mind to master your reality. Now I want to come in depth on the actionables you can implement. When you know the concepts, now is the actionables for you to master your brain and master this, like practice this law of detachment and law of assumption, whatever. Your mind, I mentioned it before, your mind is 80% subconscious and 20% conscious. The easiest way to control your subconscious is to be at your lowest, slowest brain waves. And what do I mean by this? So there are like 4 or 5 brain waves in your subconscious mind, in your brain right here. Your brain waves are the door to your subconscious mind and ability to truly believe in yourself, in something. So it's the key, right? It's the door to your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind, even though it's like 80% of your mind, it's not that easy to reach. It's very, very hard. And unless you master, unless you do these follow habits that I'm going to talk about, you're not gonna reach the subconscious mind. Trench, so your slowest brain waves is called the theta waves. Theta waves are associated with deep meditation, hypnosis or pure zen, right? The slower the brain waves, the closer you can enter your subconscious mind and let it work for you. And the best way I've found this is through hypnosis and meditation. Now, I know a couple of hypnosis methods that I use for myself and it works for me. But for you right now, if you don't want to do this hypnosis thing, then you can do a very good habit that I see every single person that is doing the law of detachment and like identity shifting, they all meditate for 10 minutes after they wake up and 10 minutes before they go to sleep. So when you are meditating, right, you can control your thoughts. Now, most people think that meditating is about quieting your mind and let it be calm. But that's not the truth. The truth is that you cannot quiet your mind for more than like 30 seconds. The only goal with meditating is to slow your brain waves, let you reflect, calm your mind, and like allow certain thoughts to come to your mind when you're meditating. So throughout the day, you have like 6 to 60,000 thoughts a day. And when you're meditating, you need to control what thoughts that's gonna come to your mind. So maybe you're meditating like this, and then you some random thoughts about the next project coming in, or some random thoughts that okay, I'm meditating right now, and what if the client is waiting for me, is messaging me? And then you need to block out these thoughts and focus on your breath. Like, you need to focus on your breath because your thoughts are either in the past or in the future. Your breathing is the only thing in the present. So you need to let it pass through and calm your mind down, focus on the breathing. It's like, you're focused on this circle right here, and then your mind is kind of slipping up. You need to come back to this circle, right? Now, some actionables I've prepared for you to really implement for yourself is write out on a piece of paper of the 2.0 version of yourself. Now, I mentioned at the start of the video that to believe that you are the 2.0 version of yourself. Now, but what is the 2.0 version of yourself really? You need to write out the habits, like the habits you do every single day. The things he have, like, I don't know, have a family, a happy family, have a proud parents, have a MacBook, whatever. Write down habits, things, then how he functions and thinks. And the most important thing here, what does he not do? So would the 2.0 version of yourself procrastinate every single day? Probably not. Then write it down. Right? What does he not do? He doesn't procrastinate. Right? You write down. You want to go into as detail as possible because it's gonna give you clarity on the actions you're gonna do later on. The second thing is ask future pacing questions. Like I said, ask yourself, what would the 2.0 version of me do in this situation? Would he blah blah blah, right? And then the third thing is create an ATFT and ITFT tracker point on a notepad on your phone or on a maybe a Notion to track your ITFT, the inability to follow through, and your ATFT, the ability to follow through. Track it at the end of each day. I promise you it's not gonna take you 10 minutes, right? More than 10 minutes. You just need to sit down at the end of your day with a tracker and list down the things that you said that you're gonna do and you actually do it, and like the other way around. If you cannot spend more than 10 minutes to do that habit, I don't know what to tell you, but you need to do it. self-reflection is extremely important. The fourth thing is detach yourself from the outcome. Like I said, you need to detach. Don't be so attached to the outcome. When you say you want to hit 10k and you're every single day you're obsessed with it. Obsession is not a bad thing. It gives you motivation, but you're so obsessed like, oh, I want 10k, I want to get 10k. Like at a period of time like last year, I was in that exact position. And bro, it really sucks. Because at the end of the month, I didn't fucking achieve 10k because I was so obsessed with it. You need to detach yourself from the outcome. And how can you detach? It's just focus on the inputs instead of the outputs. So you need to focus on the actions instead of the outcome. The outcome will come later. The final habit that really helped me is meditation. Alright, so meditation helps you to slower your brain waves, which would open the door to your subconscious mind. It will let you calm your mind down. It let you have the ability to let certain thoughts to come to your mind and focus on the breathing. Like like during meditation, bro, you're not gonna let any thought comes in. Like you just need to focus on breathing. Yeah, definitely meditate 10 minutes after you wake up and 10 minutes before you go to sleep. And the final key point I want to cover before I end this video is become that person who has already achieved the desired reality, and money will come inevitably. So it's like you build a garden, you become that person, and the money is just coming as a byproduct. Don't focus on money. Money is just a fucking paper, bro, with some fucking number on it. It's nothing more than that. It's just value, right? So don't put it on a pedestal or something like that. Alright, so that's everything I wanted to share about the law of detachment and how I was able to make me implement it. I've been able to make 10k with it, 10k a month at the age of 13 years old. Alright, so I hope you learned something in this video and learn that this takes time. This is not gonna be something that you can watch and implement and get results straight after you watch this video. No, mindset is something that comes with time. Remember that. Practice, like you need to practice it, right? So yeah, bro, I hope you enjoyed this video. Follow me on Instagram, Harry Dang. I leave it in the description, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.